Hey, as always, you already know who it is. Do we really got to say it at this point? I'm going to say it anyway. It's your boy, Pat the Designer, back at it again. We are ready for another couple hours of fun with you guys on air. We are live on Facebook, live on YouTube, live on the Contender. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the page, all that good stuff, man. Because we do talk Chicago sports weekly. And we don't want you to miss a thing, so make sure that you hit that bell. I am joined, as always, by the Brody Bro. The man to my left. The young god, Stefan the Don, the man formerly known as Ringo J. Ringo, how you feeling today, my boy?
Hey, man.
I love how we say formerly known and then still call you Ringo the entire time.
Still.
You know what I'm saying? Still. It's all good, though. We in the building.
Nah, but honestly, though, I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
Both Chicago baseball teams in first place.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
It's about to start getting hot outside this weekend.
Man.
Hey, man, we talking Chicago sports today. It's lit.
And listen, listen, we don't gotta kill anybody. Like we don't gotta sit here and say that somebody suck. We don't gotta sit here and say that they're not getting enough love. Like we got a good day today. We got a good day. P Kid is gonna be in studio. Y'all know he coming from the city, so he's running a little bit behind, but he is gonna be here. And man, we like Ringo said, just to start things off, we are talking about both sides of town. I don't know if you know this, Ringo, but Chicago right now is baseball city, USA.
Yeah, it's busting right now.
As I die.
It's busting right now.
We got Baseball City, USA. We might touch on a little bit of OTAs. I'm going to be real with you. OTAs, and y'all let me know in the chat. Listen, the show can go how we want the show to go, but we love getting y'all input on it. If y'all want to talk about OTAs, as always, we're going to have the phone lines open. I will let you know once the phone lines open up. Listen, if y'all call in, talk about OTAs, you call in, talk about OTAs. But we got to talk. We got to show, as a Chicago sports show, we got to show love to both sides of town. So we're going to talk a little bit of Sox, a little bit of Cubs, breaking down what they're going on. Got to talk some NBA playoffs. Got to get into some NBA playoffs. It's a must. Bro. It's a must.
After last night.
and so much going on with that. But man, I just appreciate you guys for tuning in. Appreciate you guys for rocking with us. Like I said, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the page, all that good stuff, man, so that we can get as many people in here as possible. And we're gonna start this off with the Stolen Breeze Baller of the Week, as we've been doing the last couple of weeks. As you know, shout out to the sponsor Stolen for rocking with the show. Stolen Spirits. They make an aged rockin' rye that's made with an aged American whiskey, raw honey, and orange peel. Straight fire. As you know, we always sipping it on the show. Dilly to all the people out there that's showing love on that. We're going to be doing the Stolen Breeze Baller of the Week. Basically the player that we thought did the best this week. And if you call in the second hour, when we tell you to call in, you can have an opportunity to win some stolen merch and a little bit of discount on some of the stolen merch. We'll get a code over to you and all that good stuff. So Ringo, let's start it off, man. Who is your Breeze Baller of the Week?
Now me personally, because I was thinking about this.
If you say anybody other than the person that you should say,
it's Dame Dollar.
Ayo. I was about to say,
obviously Dame Dollar. The only reason why I kind of thought about switching it,
Baki in the chat,
the way Kid was going off in the chat last night.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna be able to say something first, so I just didn't want to add the same.
And look, it don't matter if we all got the same Breeze Baller. I'm cool with us all being in agreement on it. I think we're all pretty much in agreement on this. Justin in the chat, what's good, Imam? Listen, if you picking anybody other than Dame Dollar for the performance that he put on last night, and we also going to talk about that in the second hour. So get ready to answer this question, and you can go on my Twitter at Pat the Designer and vote on the poll that we have up there. Is Dame Dollar's performance last night the best playoff performance in a loss? Did he edge out Michael Jordan last night? We're going to talk about that in the second hour as well. So we got a loaded show for y'all. We appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us. And man, hey Ringo, let's get to the show. Let's get to the show. Let's start it off. We got the Breeze Baller, Dame Lillard. That's the Breeze Baller of the Week. Let's start this thing off, right? And we can do a quick, because the first thing I saw when everybody got in here is OTA. So we'll do a quick and then we'll move on. And if they want to call in and talk about it, for sure. Is it a bad sign that your starters missed day one of OTAs on defense. Because if you didn't hear, Matt Nagy spoke in the second hour of the show, or in the press conference today, and said that the starters missed day one of minicamp. Now, voluntary camp, but it's a camp that everybody has been a part of for the past 3 years, for the most part. Is it a bad sign starting things off?
I would say no, simply off of the standpoint that is voluntary, but you did bring
the entire starting defense.
But
the entire starting defense.
The only one that didn't miss was Roquan.
The only one that didn't miss was Roquan.
From
That's right. That's facts.
From my understanding, they have been doing like so some virtual things, and there was a lot of teams that that didn't do it
right
at all. So I don't really mind. I don't really mind it. The only thing that's kind of irking me that you did bring to my attention is they got a. I think it's a new defense.
Sean Desai's in there now. Yep.
So I would have been there for that, but I'm guessing like if he's been part of the tree, maybe that they already know what they're doing.
Yeah, he was somebody that really everybody, from what I'm hearing, everybody was like, "Hey, yo, he should have been the guy." So it seems like if
that's the case, then I'm cool.
Yeah, I'm cool. And it seems like they're more what's the word? They're more going back to what Vic did. So it's not as big of a deal, but it's just weird to me. You know what I'm saying? It was weird to see. It was weird for to see that you're not getting that level of cooperation from the team to start things off. And I don't want to spend too much time on it. Listen, I've listened to Waddle and Sylvie all day on ESPN 1000. Shout out to them. Listen to Carmen and Yurko on ESPN 1000. Shout out to them. They were reaching for nuggets. I'm not going to spend an hour reaching for nuggets on, listen, we heard this, we saw that, we heard that. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. But it was absolutely interesting to me that you really saw that level of, we're not coming. I get it's voluntary, and that's why I'm not tripping on it. Oh, yeah, the news that Daz Newsome got hurt. Shout out 4 Red Games for bringing that up, too. Daz Newsome did dislocate his collarbone, so that's something to watch out for. But, I mean, listen, we definitely got a lot to talk about with that. If you guys want to call into the show, once we get the phone lines up, we will let you know the number on that. Let me get that graphic up here. I'm doing the job of many up here. 855-908-5668, 855-908-5668. We will let you know when the phone lines are up and you can call in to the show. But listen here, we got some first place baseball to talk about on both sides of town.
It's beautiful.
And let's start it off with your Cubs, man.
Hey, man.
Let's start it off with your Cubs. Even though you're sitting here in a Miami Heat jersey, by the way, chat, get them.
Hey, I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm definitely here for all the smoke, but I definitely the one thing I'm mad at this week.
Yeah.
It's the fact that them Sox jerseys go so hard.
Yeah, dog. If y'all didn't see them new Sox jerseys, them mugs big time slap. Big slaps. Big
time slap, dude.
But I want to ask y'all this, and y'all answer in the chat as well. Where do we place the success of this team? We've heard names like Patrick Wisdom. Who?
Iowa Cubs.
Iowa Cubs. You know what I'm saying? We got mad Iowa Cubs on the team right now. But they're being huge contributors. Who do we put the success of the Chicago Cubs on? Are you putting that solely on Rossi, or is it on the players with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder?
The thing is, I do gotta give Rossi a little bit of credit, and I gotta get a pitching staff a lot of credit. The thing that I've been saying is we want to talk about Wisdom a lot, and I'm gonna just say this: Alice. Man, I forget how to say his name. Um, he's roster. He's on the pitching staff.
This tells you about it.
Albert.
Albert Alzolay.
Yeah, bro,
Albert Alzolay.
Bro, the improvement from last year to this year, because the whole thing this year, of course, we've been talking about the hitting ad nauseum.
Yeah.
Of course, we got to do better, and I got some stats for that. But we was like, yo, the pitching, because Hendricks has been so up and down, and we basically been looking for another ace. And how you say it again?
Albert Alzolay.
Alzolay. Alzolay has been killing it recently with his payoff pitches. Yeah. He's been in the lab, done some real work, and every time now you seeing him get these 4, 5, 6 innings, and that's what we need. Kimbrel's looking like he's back to form. Javi's just being Javi.
Javi's just Javi in it.
Javi's Javi, but you can see this team got a little flow. Like, and I'm not even mad, because we were so underestimated this year. I remember when I posted the Chicago question of the day, and I asked everybody, I was like, yo, how many wins we getting? And y'all was like, man, disrespectful. Y'all, yeah, 65, 60 wins.
First off, I didn't say y'all was getting 65. I said y'all was an 80-win team.
I said y'all was an 80-win team. Man,
I said maybe 86 wins. I don't think I was too disrespectful with it.
Did I think we was gonna be in first place? Nah. Now, the crazy part is I do got stats for y'all. So first we're gonna talk offense. So we're tied for 11th in offense,
right?
12th in hits,
right? Which is wild.
8th in average, 7th in on base percentage, 9th in slugging percentage, 9th in OPS, 8th in home runs, 5th in stolen bases to me, which is kind of like,
which is good. It's still something that you need in this league for sure.
Yeah, which is definitely something that you need in this league, especially for the small ball. Now, the thing that we wanted to get to, the pitching and the defense. Listen,
shout out from the UK. Noah, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on? Now this is the thing that gets me. We talked about the pitching and the defense for this year. What were we gonna do? 9th in runs allowed, 15th in hits. I'm BAA is batting average against. I'm assuming
BAN?
BAA.
Yeah, batting average against. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, so 14th in batting average against. 9th.
Yeah.
And ERA. 16th in whip, 16th in K per 9, 13th in home runs, and 5th in fielding percentage.
Yeah.
This is the team that we possibly knew that we can have, because it's a lot of Iowa Cubs stepping up right now, like Nico Horner. I still can't say buddy name right.
Alzolay.
Yeah. Wisdom. And y'all, shame on y'all for sleeping on us. Shame on y'all for sleeping on us.
Well, listen, hold on.
Let's be honest.
Hold on, though.
They could have slept on them like they slept on the Heat. But
nobody can sleep on you like you sleep on the Heat. No, this is my thing with it though. You can't fault the fans. You can't say shame on the fans for sleeping on the Cubs, because dilly. Shout out to Stolen. You can't hate on the fans for sleeping on the Cubs, because it's the direction that your team took.
Facts.
When you start a season off and you trade, and y'all heard me say it in the video, when you trade an entire Cy Young pitcher for a bag of balls, a half-dead dog, and the bullet to put it down with, what do you expect me to think coming into the season? And what's your first complaint? We don't have enough starting pitching. We're trying to find our next ace. You traded them away.
How's he doing this season?
He's actually balling.
Oh, he's balling.
He's balling. He's balling. Let me tell you something. San Diego. Ooh.
The Padres is just different.
But I think. Listen,
the Padres that they beat today.
Did they beat them again?
Did they beat them again? We've been busting.
No, I can't. And here's the thing, right? Here's the thing.
I don't think Tatis was in the lineup.
Tatis was not in the lineup because he's got no oblique injury. Here's the thing, though. When you're, but that's still a very expensive infield to lose 6-1. You that's in a very expensive infield to lose 6-1. But here's the thing when we're talking about the Cubs, right? And it speaks to the question, what's going to be the what's going to be the outcome, right? What's going to be the outcome? If we're talking about the Cubs, can they keep this up in the month of June? Because you caught some teams at the right time in May. You caught some teams that, listen, it was just an easier part of your schedule. And the Sox are kind of going through that too. Now they get into a tougher part here. If you can keep it going in June, and I want to ask y'all, because y'all both the Cubs fans, even though this man got a Yankee hat on, he rock
so
with the Cubs.
The Yankees are on third right now.
Oh, yeah. We're not going to speak on them.
Let's be honest. You have two choices when it comes to New York. You can either wear a Knicks hat or a Yankees hat. When you wear the Yankees hat, you represent all of New York. When you wear a Knicks hat, it's just the Knicks.
Let me tell you.
Not really, bro. The way y'all been talking.
I'm from Chicago. I'm very F New York anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like
we're from Chicago and we don't like New York, but we like the hat.
Nah, I don't.
Hey, wait.
I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be real with you.
That's
To the point, I wouldn't wear a Young Money hat.
But that's a Young Money hat.
No, I wouldn't wear a Young Money hat because it's the Y, but it's too close. It's too close. Not rocking it. Not doing it.
I wouldn't rock a Young Money hat.
This is true.
Middle of Young Money.
I was rocking with Young Money Squad. Young Money.
I'd rather do the and it's funny because the Cash Money sign was Nipsey Hussle's thing. The All Money In something.
Well, I mean, Cash was there first. So.
Yeah, I mean, so I'd rather do that.
We'll see.
Listen, how do you diss something as iconic as a Yankees hat?
Easy.
It's as
very easily. Because I'm from Chicago.
You know what?
Hey, look. Let me tell you something. Easy wasn't wearing a Yankees hat.
Hey, you know what? I'd never be an icon. That mug right there. That'd never be an icon. A fashion icon right there. Never be the fashion icon the Yankees hat.
I think you tweaking, bro.
The Sox hat to be just as big of a fashion statement as a Yankees hat.
You tripping right now,
fam. All that people wore in the 90s and early 2000s. Yes, Yankees with Jay-Z. But the West Coast was wearing this logo right here.
Man, you was here.
Stop playing.
Yeah, bro.
Go Google. Google them much from the night. Straight out of Compton.
You really do.
Right here, baby. Here, baby. Stop with the cap. Y'all hear this cap? He come in.
I'm a Cubs fan for
2 minutes into the game. Right, we talking Cubs.
I'm not wearing a Sox hat.
Let me tell you something.
Like, I only have 2 baseball hats.
I'm on my Liam.
Yankees or Cubs.
I'm on my
That's
Liam.
all I got.
Hey, look, I'm on my Liam Hendricks right now. We got to work a little bit harder to get into the news. We doggone it. We gonna be there at the end of the day. That's what we talking about.
Listen.
Bring the dogs to the park.
Like T-Lock said, it's one of the best hats ever. Guess what? He said one of. Guess what is the best baseball hat ever?
Cap.
This joint right here. That's
Cap.
all I'm
will
saying.
say most iconic. I'll say Yankees is most iconic, because New York is the
everything.
It's the point that the world gets to America. Like usually, back in the day when people would come in, they were coming through New York. Mm-hmm. Like coming in through LA, that's a long trip.
Coming in through Florida, good.
You know what I'm saying? That's why there's a lot of Marlins fans out there. We like, none of y'all are at the stadium. But as Cubs fans, getting back on track with this, as Cubs fans, if this team continues winning the way they are right now, do you sell high or buy your pieces that you have right now? Because right now you have a very chessboard kind of game. Are you willing to sacrifice yourself? And in baseball, as much as we talk about the sacrifice in basketball, which is, to me and Kid are on the same page with it at this point. I had to give him his credit. Now I've done the research. I'm on the page with him. It takes 7 years for a prospect to be great. In baseball, you still have that, but I mean, we found Jose Abreu, and Jose Abreu started here. We found Luis Roberts. What did it take for Luis? 2, maybe 3 years in the minors before he came up here. You know what I'm saying? You find it's not as long of a process. And Luis Robert came up here and it's just like, oh, this dude gonna be great.
Unless you just
he's gonna be great. Matt in the chat. Shout out to you, my boy.
Unless you just build different like that.
But are you looking to make the move for the future? And the question also is, are you going to get back pieces because you traded away a Cy Young for nothing? Now I'm saying that now it might turn into Tatis in the future, but that was a long time.
But,
like Tatis was at A ball. James Shields was in the league. That's how long ago we traded him.
Like it's. I'm not even gonna lie, it's mad difficult right now because we rolling. So I don't have the answer to that question. I don't think any of the fans have the answer to that question right now. Because
there's fans because I see them on my video talking about do it now.
If we
sell high.
I would sell high. And that's what most people thought they were going to do.
So you would trade away KB, you would trade away
I'm not giving away everybody.
No, here's the thing. If you get rid of the second you trade away KB, you have made the decision to get rid of everybody in my book because Javi Baez, he's on a hot streak right now, killing it, right? What's Javi? We know what Javi is.
Javi is Javi.
We know what Javi is. I could throw him a slider 45 feet outside the zone. He's going to swing at it, trying to put it over the fence.
I've heard Javi's name way more than KB this season, so guess what?
Well, you want to know why?
Well, KB's an MVP candidate, though. Like, Javi's not.
Wait, no, he was.
When?
What are y'all talking about?
You talking about Javi as an MVP candidate right now? Javi having a hot month.
No. I'm not talking about right now. I meant like two. What was it? Just 2 years ago. The dude.
Yes. Yeah. Different. I'm talking about right now. I ain't worried about 2 years ago.
No, but that's
2 years ago he had a great season.
Right now, I feel like the reason why he's getting more cards is just basically off his defense.
Absolutely. Absolutely. One of the best defenders in baseball, right? I'm not trying. I don't want Gordon Beckham.
One of the best. No,
I don't want Gordon Beckham. Not one of them.
The best. Yeah.
He does make tagging, which is wild. Tagging is a highlight.
He has a highlight.
Tagging is a highlight. And did y'all see the Javi play?
Are you talking about with the
bro?
Yeah, bro.
So stupid on one side, but just
ridiculous.
Just so Javi, bro. Just so Javi. But I mean, this is the thing for me, right? If I'm sitting here,
first of all, Chris Bryant is not going to win the MVP, but we know who's going to get it.
No. Well, I don't know. Tatis is hurt now.
No,
Tatis is hurt now.
Bro, have y'all seen?
Right?
Have y'all seen what?
LA.
Have y'all seen what?
Dodgers are NL.
Oh yeah, you're right.
LA is AL.
Who is that?
There's two of them.
Who's that on the Braves? Acuna?
Yeah, Acuna got a case. Acuna got a case.
You got Acuna.
Well, it depends on how long Tatis is hurt for.
Vlad Guerrero Jr., by the way.
Jays is AL. The Jays NL? Did the Jays switch?
No, the Jays are AL. But I'm saying that
I'm not gonna make it seem like I know this off the bat.
It's an AL and NL. It's an AL and NL MVP. That's what I'm saying.
Don't worry about it. Guess what? Google.
But yeah, you got Acuna.
But so here's the thing, though. You're trading away KB in your scenario. You're selling high. He's an MVP candidate right now. You can get your most for him.
All the rumors that were surrounding him anyway.
Yeah, you're selling high. Is Javi Baez and Anthony Rizzo and possibly Wilson Contreras enough to win you a World Series again? Or is it worth it to build around?
I think Contreras and Javi are, but KB's been done with them.
So you're more scared. You're more scared about the losing them for nothing.
Yeah, because KB's been looking to get paid. I told you a year ago, even if he didn't get paid, I feel like he was willing to sacrifice that money when Bryce was up for free agency, and then we literally came out and said, "No, we ain't spending no bread."
Right.
We taking calls on this question?
Yeah, the phone lines are up. Would you make that trade away? Call into the show. Let us know. 855-908-5668, 855-908-5668. Absolutely taking calls on it because I mean, listen, you're talking about a team right now. This is the first time, and credit to Mark Silverman for bringing this up because it really made me go look. He said this is the first time in his lifetime, and he's, I believe, 50, that the Cubs have ever had an opportunity, a first place team, a winning team, and they're talking about selling.
Mm.
And I had to go back. I was like, 03, they added. 03 was kind of a fluky year. They added. 08 added. You know what I'm saying? Those are the ones I was alive for. You know what I mean? Going back, but anytime that they were in a position where, hey, let's get success, they added. And this is the first time ever that, and I had to look. I was like, yo, we're really talking about subtracting here. We're really talking about taking away an MVP candidate. We're talking about taking away a superstar second baseman.
No.
You
are talking about taking away.
Yeah,
I think
you are doing that.
Hey, you the hate on one.
Here's the thing though. If you're gonna sell,
dog, I heard it. No,
you can't get rid of Javi.
But this is the thing. If you're gonna sell, why would you continue to build with this core that you're clearly moving on from? Javi's what, 28?
Defense.
Defense is all you worried about up the middle? I'm more worried about the fact that my man's is hitting 200 most of the time.
You know what? It's like the Jimmy Butler effect. Jimmy Butler could score 30 a game, but he doesn't. But he contributes by getting everyone else involved. Now, it didn't really work. You see how I just threw in this jab real quick? Right? It didn't really work.
Hurt a little bit. It hurt on both sides. Let me tell you. It hurt on both sides.
But you can't say trade Jimmy.
Yeah.
Why? Because he was a very integral part of that team having success. Right?
I hate it
Chris
too.
Bryant is very integral.
Let me tell you something. NBA fans and just fans in general right now, y'all are nuts. First thing I saw when the Heat lost, trade Jimmy.
Not Tyler Hero. Not Duncan Robinson.
What?
Heck, not retire Andre Iguodala. Not give Goran Dragic his flowers and say goodbye. Not none of that. Trade Jimmy.
I'm gonna tell you right now. It's finna be a whole bunch of turnaround. Next season for the Heat, but we're not getting rid of Jimmy though.
We're not getting rid of. We got Justin on the line real quick. Want to talk about the Cubs? You want to get him in here?
Yeah, let's go to Justin on the line. Want to talk about the Cubs? Justin, what's going on, man?
Trade Jimmy, Justin.
Hold on. Justin, you there? I ain't picking him up. Okay, my speaker's on. Justin going once. Justin going twice. 815, Justin.
Justin, if you hear us, call back in, y'all.
Yeah, call back in, man. Call back in. We absolutely want to hear you, man. We absolutely want to hear you. Let's go out to the 773. Don't got a name on that mobile. We want to hear about it. Oh, I think that's Steve from before. Steve, you there?
Yo.
Hey, what's going on, man?
My name is Steve. It's C9, bro. I don't know why they keep calling me.
Oh, dog, they keep tripping with you, man. They keep tripping on you, my boy. What's going on with you?
No, but I wanted to say with the Cubs, what people fail to realize, it ain't never been a common thing with the Cubs. They is winners. That's what people fail to realize. The Cubs is winners. Ever since they took that lead, ever since they won the championship, they are winners. And they got a winning head coach. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, I think you should keep, you do all you could. You don't be sellers. You stay put because they having the best season. So why would you mess all that up? And if they did want to be sellers, they would have been sold them. So I think it's something to that. Like, the Cubs always been winning. It ain't never been about, like, is they going to win? It's how it is. The Cubs is Javi going to be healthy? Is Rizzo going to be healthy? Is KB going to be healthy? That's always been a question, but it ain't never been, is they going to win enough games? It don't matter who pitching. Them boys can hit, and they MVPs, you know what I'm saying? And Rizzo, he gonna do a thing. They gonna do their thing. They know how to win. That's all I'm saying. So I stay put and I just see what it do.
So you would ride it out with this team. You would ride it out with this team going forward.
Yeah, because if they didn't want to get rid of KB, they could have been got rid of KB. They wouldn't have probably keep bringing him back on 1 year deal if they wanted to let him go. KB would never came back on 1 year deal if he wanted to leave. You know what I'm saying? So there is something to the Cubs. They like the Sox just learning how to win. You know what I'm saying? The Cubs know how to win. It don't matter what It's the health thing. If they gonna be healthy enough to win down the stretch, you feel me? Contreras and all these players, if they gonna be healthy enough, it ain't never been like, oh yeah, they had pitching, but people fail to realize you was a star pitcher, but he was bogus when they first got him. You ain't starting being good to the end of his time in Chicago. You feel me? He was bogus. You feel me? He wasn't living up to his contract, so it ain't never been about pitching. The Cubs know how to win. As long as you know how to win, I think you got the best chance ever to compete everything. Now, if they gonna be healthy, that's another thing. If the Cubs healthy, they gonna win. Period.
I appreciate it.
No ifs, ands, buts about it.
Appreciate you for calling in, man. Appreciate you, T.
And Jacob DeGrom is the NL MVP. Period.
That's not a bad name. DeGrom. But I mean, that's not a bad name. It's not a bad name.
Cy Young.
Cy Young, yeah, that's not MVP.
Appreciate
That's
you
Cy
calling
Young.
in, bro.
Appreciate you for calling in, T.
could,
Keep tuning in, man. Make sure you call back in as always. And definitely try to call in for the Breeze Ball of the Week in the second hour of the show. We appreciate the love, my boy. Stay safe out there.
Now, here's the one thing I will say about that. Can we say that the Cubs have all know how to win? I mean, it's a relatively new phenomenon.
I think this core.
Let's be honest.
This core. You can't take it away from this core.
The core, no.
Because if we're gonna say,
not wrong.
I'm not a believer in the whole. This is the way we do. Like you can say something is the way. Like let's take the Yankees for example. There's the Yankee way.
There is a Yankee way.
There's the Yankee way. You come there, you gotta cut your facial hair. You can't have dreads.
But you know what though?
Patriot way.
You have to have
the Patriot way.
You have to have a culture of winning to have a way.
You do. Absolutely.
And when you have 26 of them things.
Yeah.
26, 27, whatever it is. It's a lot of them things.
27.
A lot.
27. You can have a way.
You can have.
When you're Pat Riley, you can have a way.
But I'm not going.
When you're Bill, you can have a way.
But I'm not going to say that the 20.
A cheating way. But
hey, listen. Baseball and cheating is synonymous at this point, my boy.
That way is so infectious. Tom Brady was like, "Hey, it's my way. We call it the Brady way, but it's still Bill stuff." Yeah. Guess what? It's still Bill stuff. No matter what. Listen, we don't have a way yet.
I think the interesting thing with
we just have a culture of not sucking as much as we used to.
Yeah. I think but this is my thing. If we're talking about the 2021 Yankees, the way to me has nothing to do with the 1990s or early 2000 Yankees. These are completely different people now. There is no Derek Jeter. There is no A-Rod. So you can have a way, but I'll tell you this, to that same effect, there's no coach that was under that way. You know what I'm saying? You got rid of Joe Girardi. If you wanted to keep somebody that was going to do the way, that was your guy for the way.
True.
Ooh.
True.
So the Cubs core is better than the Sox core. Yeah, I don't know. Well,
I'll say
together longer. They've been together longer.
T says it's a mindset.
They've been together
Shout out
longer.
to T.
Jose Abreu, Tim Anderson,
Tim Anderson,
who are the people that got
and Yohan right now because Eloy and Luis Roberts are hurt.
Yeah, but if they weren't hurt, that's a better team.
Man, if they weren't hurt, dog.
That's a better team.
Dog, if they weren't hurt, that's 70 home runs.
Now,
at a minimum.
You stop. I'm focused on pitcher. I don't care about none of that.
I'll say this.
Okay. You talking about our pitcher staff? Yeah, we got some dogs.
That's a cold pitcher staff.
Although, what is Dylan Cease? That's the question.
I would say this: they have more chemistry. The Cubs have more chemistry.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Sox have been together for a while too. I can't say that either. I'll say the Cubs have more of a winning chemistry. The Cubs have won a World Series together. Your core has won a World Series together, other than Wilson.
No, Wilson was there.
Wilson
was there.
Wilson was on that team.
Yeah, Wilson was there.
Wilson hit a bomb, didn't he? Wilson was on that team. But if you want to take it even a step further, Rossi's the catcher.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you want to take it a step further, Rossi's the catcher. Let's go out to let's give Justin one more try on the phones. He tried to call in earlier. We didn't get him. Let's give him one more shot at it. Justin, you're on the Windy City Breeze. What's going on, man?
Can you hear me this time?
Oh, I hear you, my boy, loud and clear. What's going on with you?
Yeah, it's just such a weird time to be a Cubs fan right now, man. Just you got to enjoy them being in first place, but you know we want sustained success, and to do that, I feel like you got to keep young talent coming up and to do that, I think that they should trade, KB, Kimbrel, because you don't want to lose KB for nothing. You don't want to let him walk.
Right.
Basically, you just got to implement and kind of duplicate what the Cardinals do. They keep bringing up young talent. They signed the key free agent, and they're contending for the division every year. So I think the Cubs should try to do that, basically.
The last time the Cardinals won something.
Did he just bring up the Cardinals?
2011.
Yo.
It's been a while.
Listen.
The time they won before that.
Oh, they was winning a lot before that.
Bro.
That was when Tony La Russa was in his heyday. And Justin, we appreciate you for calling in, my boy. We appreciate you for tuning into the show. Make sure to call in the second hour. See if we can win you some merch for the Windy City Breeze. Shout out to Stolen on that. We appreciate you for tuning in, man. You got pre-2011 though. Pre-2011. But I mean, I get his point, right? You want to keep the young guys coming.
When you say a lot, how much is a lot?
How many rings La Russa got? 3?
All 3 was with Pujols, though.
Yeah.
They won in 2011 and 06.
2? And they was there every year though. Yeah, you're probably right. I thought it was 3, 11 and 06. Yeah, because they won the year after the Sox.
Yeah.
They won the year after the Sox. I mean, listen, you're at the top of the division. If you get 2 rings out of it, speak to it about the Cubs. This core, these names, Anthony Rizzo, Javi Baez, Wilson Contreras, Chris Bryant.
This is their last chance to actually win one.
Facts.
Yeah. But
that should be we shouldn't be here. That's what I want us to understand. But I also think and this is, and we've spent a lot of time on this. I'm not gonna lie. We spent more time on this than I expected. But I'm cool with it. I love it. I love baseball talk. When we're talking about the Cubs, I don't want Cubs fans to compound to think because you made one mistake, and I think you made a dumb mistake.
Which was?
Trading Yu Darvish.
Oh, yeah.
Because you made one mistake, and this is sports fans' problem in general, because you made one mistake does not mean we got to give up. Only in sports is that the mentality.
What sport?
I would say all sports. If you make a big trade, it means you have to gut the entire thing because you don't feel you're in a championship window, which means usually trading away still pretty good talent to start at the beginning.
I'm going to be honest with you, I've never heard that.
I've never heard LeBron did it.
LeBron with the Heat.
Whoa.
When LeBron left the Heat, they kept Wade for what, another year?
So,
and then they were like, okay, well, we realize Wade's getting old. We realize this is kind of ending. Chris Bosh isn't healthy. So
wait. That's totally different.
Jimmy Butler with the Bulls.
Also totally different.
How?
Not even comparable.
How?
Wait, you said when
Derrick Rose got hurt and couldn't come back.
Wait, you're saying when they're winning.
I'm saying, listen. Muggs want to talk about the Bulls with Jimmy like that was that's
Bulls,
still 42 and 42.
The Bulls was
just, that's a long way from where we are right now.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, it's 42 at a time where that didn't even get us in the playoffs.
It did.
He was carrying.
Jimmy took us to the playoffs 2 years in a row. He took us to the playoffs the year Derrick got hurt.
Jimmy wasn't the player in Chicago that he is now.
Jimmy was still a really good player in Chicago.
But yeah,
Jimmy was still a 23 to 25 point a night guy.
Bro, and it was literally one on. It was literally
who
one
did that
on
get
five.
us? Who did that trade get us?
That trade got us that. The Jimmy Butler trade.
I like the trade.
I like the trade too. I'm not saying that, but it didn't start with Jimmy. The trade began when the team gave up on Derrick.
It was built around Derrick.
It was built around Derrick, but then they saw, okay, Jimmy Butler's becoming a different kind of player. He's really stepping into
they traded high with Jimmy.
But here's the thing. I agree with you.
Who's gotten better every single year.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but it started with Derrick, and then it turned into, okay, we got to get Thibs out of here. Okay, now we got to get Jimmy out of here because Jimmy doesn't like the new guy we brought in because we got rid of his head coach.
Jimmy is going to be a cancer with Fred.
No one has said that though. Fred hadn't even said that. That's what the media
Fred
put out.
Doesn't know his butt from anywhere.
I agree, but that's what the media put out. That's just like Russell Wilson. Russell Westbrook is a terrible teammate. Who said that?
Let's be honest. Russ's competitive nature would be a deterrent on some teams. Let's not get that.
But it hasn't been on any of the teams he's been on.
Oh, well, no one's. KD left him off his list for a reason.
Yep. Really, dude?
Yes.
Really?
Because guess what? KD's playing with James Harden. Pretty good.
I mean, I think the thing to me is,
am I wrong?
I'm not
exactly.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but also
like listen, no one's gonna say it.
Like fam,
but let's be honest.
It take two.
You can sit there and
more
give
than one
me 10,
point.
10, and 10.
I'm
and
with you.
Shoot 25% from the field, and
but this is pre-triple double Westbrook though.
I wouldn't have taken pre-triple double Westbrook over anybody. Pre-triple double Westbrook had a horrible shot selection.
That's when Kevin Durant got that's when
that's a horrible shot. But he does more on the court.
Yeah, he does more on the court.
That's the only reason I would take him. But I wouldn't have taken him. Like I wouldn't have taken OKC with Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook at all. I wouldn't have taken him. And he's one of my favorite players. I'm just being honest. I wouldn't have.
The only gripe that I got with that is that it takes more than one person to blow a 3-1 lead.
Here's the facts.
It's hard to sit there and blame KD when he actually was like.
I think this is the thing though. Kind of because we've gone down a long road. We've gone down a long road. How do we get here? We started with the reason I brought this up is because I don't want the Cubs to compound. We got rid of you, Darvish, and turn that into that means we said we gave up on this season. I don't care if they're winning. We got to blow this up.
Well, I'll be honest with you. The proof is in the pudding. They gave rid of you, Darvish, and they're leading the division.
They're leading the division because names that nobody expected to step up, including the Cubs, because they weren't expecting to call these guys up. They only got called up due to injury.
Yeah, I will say
have gotten them to a different level. Very much like the Sox did. If we're talking about the White Sox, and we're absolutely going to get on the White Sox a little bit. We're talking about a team that was, when we lost Eloy, we was like, what happens now? All of a sudden, your main Mercedes steps up, and you're like, oh, snap. Why is he a 28-year-old rookie that can hit the ball everywhere? Oh, because nobody wanted to put him in at DH.
But isn't that a situation where, like going back to the Cubs, you can say the organization knows what they're doing because people had the opportunity to step up and they did. And
Facts. No, I don't take it away.
At that point, it's pretty much good work on that.
I don't take it away, but would you say the Cubs would not be better with you, Darvish?
You could say that, but there's no proof to it.
They don't have an ace right now. Jake Arrieta's returned to being their ace, and Jake is just kind of man. Who's their ace? Talking Hendricks?
I don't know if they would be better.
We're talking Kyle Hendricks?
How do you be better than the best in your division?
Because you literally take.
How do you be better than
because
best
and that's
league.
why I will say
they're probably not there, but I think you're more games above 500
than you thought you would be.
If you have than you thought you'd be more right now, 10? Absolutely. But I think
it's
9. Facts. But still a lot. It's a lot. But here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, right?
Everybody get
what you said it at the beginning though. You still don't know who your ace is. Because Hendricks has been up and down.
Because that's a good problem to have. Hendricks, 9 games over.
No, it's not. No, it's not because your bullpen is saving your life. The Cubs right now remind me a lot of the Tampa Bay Rays.
Ooh.
2 years ago, although they had Blake Snell, they knew who their ace was. But a year ago. But I'll say it for this reason because
I'm actually surprised I know what you're talking about.
Because it's because we've talked about it a lot.
There we go.
It's the analytical part of it.
There you go.
They remind me a lot of them because if you weren't really worried about the starting pitching, you hoped you could get to it because you knew if it got to a point where you got to the bullpen, you pretty much had no shot of winning the game. That's how I feel about the Cubs right now. The starting pitching doesn't scare me. I'm sorry. Kyle Hendricks no longer scares me. Jake Arrieta absolutely don't scare me unless he's got his stuff. Unless he reach back and he gets old man Jake, he don't scare me. But I'll tell you what, if I get the Alzolay, something went wrong. So if I get there and we got 0 runs, something went wrong. Because it's not going to go well based on how they're playing for the rest of the season.
Who's the starter?
Not Alzolay. Who I'm thinking? Middle relief. You kept saying Alzolay and it threw me off.
The funny thing is, I know who he's talking about. The face is in my head.
Yo, I know you talking about. I just can't.
Good Lord, let me go to the stat. But we looking real bad right now. The Chicago Sports Show, you don't even know the middle reliever.
No, we not. No, we not. And I would have to agree with this. Zach ain't no scrub though.
Who?
Davies.
Oh,
No,
Zach Davies.
Zach Davies. How you gonna pull the name? How you gonna pull the name?
T-Live.
Shout out T-Live, bro. Shout out to T-Live.
You see how you say it with confidence and people believe it? Guess what? T-Live did it.
And so to me, I think it's just very interesting, and I feel bad. Look. We're gonna get some White Sox coverage on this show. The second half, we definitely got to go into the NBA because there's a lot to talk about that. But I feel bad for my Sox because I spent all day talking about y'all, and I don't really care about y'all. I do, but I don't. But I don't.
Just because deep down you know you're not gonna win,
bro. They really not. Yo. I'm waiting.
Oh, we talk about this? We talk about World Series?
No.
Talk about World Series?
Hold on, no.
We talk about World Series?
I'm waiting on.
What we talking about? Who in the AL scares us?
Yo.
Who in the AL? Tell me, Ringo.
Your shadow.
Yo. You said
at this point you're waiting for them.
No. Because we know
I'm not.
No. I watched every New York Yankee Chicago White Sox game.
Yep.
Y'all got smoked.
We did.
Absolutely smoked.
Absolutely.
These guys?
Yeah.
Yes. They got.
First off, smoke's a bad word. Smoke's a bad word because 2 of those games went to extras.
Yeah, but y'all
middle game versus Garrett Cole. Garrett Cole. Middle game versus Garrett Cole.
Yeah.
Garrett Cole.
But still,
you just gotta give Garrett Cole his credit.
They bullpen is superior. I think I'm awaiting.
The bullpen disappeared.
I said their bullpen is
it's superior. It's superior. My bad.
I think it's kind of neck and neck, but I gotta give their bullpen the edge. I will say this, and like I told you, Tony La Russa is gonna mess something up for y'all, and the clutchest moment of the season.
I don't disagree with that.
I'm waiting for.
I don't disagree with that.
What was the issue? Your shadow.
Y'all
gonna do it to yourself.
I'm waiting for it.
But this is the thing.
Yo, he gonna pull a time. He gonna pull a Tom Brady.
No, I'm gonna flip another chair. I'm gonna flip another chair. La Russa's the reason we lose. I'm a Javon Wims it if La Russa lose. No, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Because
here we go.
Who in the AL should we be scared of? Because the Yankees are in third place.
The Yankees.
The Yankees are in third place. The Yankees aren't even a factor in the series right now, or in the race right now.
They're only a half game behind first.
What are you talking about?
I want you to know that.
Did the Yankees move up?
They're only a half game behind first.
They weren't. They were 2.5.
No, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, the Yankees are in third place, and they're sitting in third place solidly. Solidly. They're enjoying a nice third place berth.
Yeah,
and if we want to talk about that Yankees series, right? We're talking about 2 games where who's the most dangerous pitcher in that lineup besides Garrett Cole? What are you thinking? Aroldis Chapman? That's who I would say. Because when you get to him, there's a problem, right? Guess what? Chicago White Sox 2 games in a row figured out Aroldis Chapman and put that thing to keep that game going. Now,
yeah, they're third. They solid third.
Solid third. Not even pretty. Not even pretty. So hold the cap. So hold the cap. When they get healthy? When they get healthy.
I will say this.
You want to talk about health on this show right now?
Garrett Cole, Corey Kluber, who, by the way, we just not going to act like Corey Kluber didn't get 2 Cy Youngs with the Indians.
We're not going to act like if the White Sox was in the same division, they'd be so much more dominant because they wouldn't. The White Sox and the Yankees have I think what you meant to say is they're a game and a half back from the White Sox.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
They're really 3. Okay, they're 3 games.
Okay,
my fault.
So
are the Rays going to continue that dominant month they had? And they had a dog. The Rays was ridiculous. The Rays was ridiculous last month.
I will say. I will say the
Rays was ridiculous. I think the Rays were like 26 and 4. It was wild.
I will say the Rays are really good, but you definitely got some confidence.
And let me tell you something.
They play today.
He talking big.
The Rays and the Yankees play today.
He talking big.
Yeah. Let's find out.
Nah,
No, I'm not scared of the Rays because you know why I'm not? Because I know analytics is gonna mess them up. Because they can't do anything outside of analytics. Hey, I'm gonna. I just knew that I was striking out the next time. What's he doing? Is he taking him out?
God dang it!
Sweet Jesus! I got a hit. What happened next? Oh, we're not going to speak on it. Anyway, and I'm going to be real with you. The Red Sox pitching staff without Chris Sale, bring it on. Bring it on. Come on.
He is talking big.
Come on.
Bro.
Come on.
Bro.
Come on.
He's never had this type of excitement before.
Hey, listen, this is White Sox baseball, baby.
This is
White Sox baseball, baby.
This is just like the Knicks before Trey Young.
Wow.
Just like
wow. Did you just call me a Knicks fan? Wow.
Just wait. Just wait for. I'm telling you.
Stop.
It's gonna be Tony La Russa, and I'm gonna call you.
See, that's different though. That's different though. That's not saying that the Sox haven't built a team that should win. The Rays are not even top 10 pitching wise, so I'm not worried. Or not the Rays, I'm sorry. The Red Sox are not even top 10 pitching wise, so I'm not worried about them.
They don't got Chris Sale.
They don't have Sale, and the Rays is don't get to the bullpen.
The Giants are in there.
That's NL.
Oh,
that's NL. Come on, catch up.
But
that's what I'm saying. Come on, dog.
I mean,
come on, dog. You're not finna scare me with the teams in the AL right now. I already broke it down. I'm already telling the Oakland A's. That's what you sending to fight the White Sox right now. Get done up. Get done up.
You got the Astros.
No, the Astros. Yeah, the Astros are AL now.
Yeah, I was going to say.
First off, not scared of them either.
Rays.
Take them trash cans away, my boy. You know, boom, boom. Get up out of here, my boy.
Rays, Yankees, and Astros.
Why is people sleeping on the Red Sox though?
The Red Sox pitching staff.
They don't got Chris Sale.
Yeah, the Red Sox pitching staff is a little bit.
They've been stringing together some good wins.
They've been winning some games. I'm not saying that, but I think with the Chicago White Sox bats, they're in a better position to be successful versus the Red Sox. And so to me, it's just, I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm gonna just say this.
Hey, look, y'all can hate greatness. You can hate greatness. This one definitely hates greatness.
Why are you talking this big?
First place.
Whoa,
first place, baby.
Why is he talking this big?
Y'all don't know baseball, my first love, boy. I played third base and catcher. Stop playing with me.
You talking this big?
This man is flabbergasted right now.
Let's get this straight.
The mitigated goal.
He talking
literally one
big.
game ahead of the Cubs. Technically, I know we're different conferences, whatever, right?
True.
You're not a much better team.
But this is the thing. That's not saying that I'm not.
And they
did I at any point on here come and say that the Cubs were trash? Did I at any point come on here and say that the Cubs were not going to entertain?
No,
because we're not going to speak. I'm not going to do that. So we got. We'll talk about it at the break.
Everybody else doing 100% attendance. Why not?
Yes, why not?
Seems to be the question going around a lot these days.
You know what I'm saying, dog? You know what I'm saying? Listen,
he's dropping something. I'm not picking
I love you. I love you. I love you, Sister Lori, but anyway,
let's be real.
So we'll be back.
She knows it's gonna go down.
Hey, yo, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be back right on the other side. We're gonna talk a little bit of NBA. So make sure that y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the page, all that good stuff. And this is your boy Pat the Designer back at it again. See y'all on the other side.
The Contender.
It's your boy Pat the Designer back at it again, and here's one of my favorite sports moments. So it had to be like the 2006 Bears season. Yeah, we went to the Super Bowl that year. We didn't win it. Hello, darkness, my friend. But we ended up going to the Super Bowl that year, and in that season was one of the craziest Bears games of all time, and it will stick with me forever. It was the Bears versus Arizona game. I think Rex Grossman had like 14 interceptions in the first half, literally played the Bears completely out of it, but it was the most Bears football game I have ever seen. The defense literally scored all the points to end up coming back in the second half. In the first half, as a Bears fan, I mean, you were despondent. You were like, good Lord, just getting dominated by the Arizona Cardinals. And Lovie Smith can't figure out what to do. And finally, somebody on the defensive side of the ball is like, yo, let's get it together.
Leonard taking his time with 5 of the play clock. Takes the snap, goes back to throw it from behind. Sargassett, ball is bouncing around. Picked up on one hop. We got a touchdown, Chicago.
And so the defense is rolling, but the plays that really stood out was Devin Hester, the man, the myth, the legend, the Windy City Flyer himself. Oh my goodness, they had the audacity to kick it to him.
Touchdown Bears! No flags! 82 yards! Touchdown!
It was the most Chicago sports moment you could ever see, because if you know this city at all, you know that we love defense. Just the worst quarterback play you could have asked for out of anybody. You literally just were like, stop throwing. We're going to run the ball every time, and we're going to hope that our defense can be good. The thing that capped it all off is Denny Green. Rest in peace, man. Denny Green at the end of the game, giving that great rant. They are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook. It's sad that a lot of my favorite sports moments don't end in championships, but man, it was one of those big moments for me. 06, I might have been like 10 or 11. You know what I'm saying? But as you're becoming a sports fan, it's always a moment that really stuck out with me. But yeah, it's your boy Pat the Designer, and that's one of my favorite Chicago sports moments. Y'all stay safe out there, man. Peace.
Jeff Joniak here on Sports Talk Chicago. And Jeff, before we finish up today, last question, what's the funniest moment that you've had with Tom Thayer in the booth?
Oh, gosh, there's so many. I mean, most of it because of my own idiocy. So whether something stupid comes out of my mouth or me forgetting my glasses and it ticks him off to the point that, you know, it kind of weaves a theme through the whole broadcast. But that's the beauty of hanging with your best friend on the radio right there every Sunday. You have these moments that you take your relationship to the air, and it just becomes part of the fabric of the broadcast. And that's true for our entire crew. We're very close behind the scenes, and the guys that people don't hear about, the people that work on the broadcast, I value as some of my closest friends, and we look at each other as family. So you get a lot of funny moments, but too many to get into right now.
A new interview every week on Sports Talk Chicago.
Now it's time for a Chicago Sports Sit Down with David Schuster.
There's no question that Chicago is a great sports city. In fact, I would stack it up against any other city in the country. And now with the weather warming up, the baseball season is fully blossoming. But no matter what the weather is and no matter what time in the calendar, Chicago will always be a Bears town. The fanatics, or crazies as I call them, are always out in full force, and no one in this city is short of opinions when it comes to the Bears. And that takes us to the current version of the Monsters of the Midway. The vast majority of Bear fans have a fever, and it's not of a medical nature. Nope, it stems from the recent NFL draft, where the Bears boldly moved up in the first round to select Justin Fields out of Ohio State. Will Fields be the Messiah? Well, only time will tell, but keep in mind that for the charter franchise of the NFL, the Bears' list of good quarterbacks is nothing short of laughable. If ever I was hurting for a topic when I hosted radio shows in the past, I would say, let's talk about the Bears' bad signal callers over the years, and the phone lines lit up like a Christmas tree. Of course, a quarterback can't win games on his own, but I'll debate anybody who doesn't believe that the quarterback is the most important position in all of sports. But here's the scary part with the current Bears front office. Ryan Pace, the general manager, has been a disaster with his quarterbacks. He gave Mike Glennon $18.5 million to play just 4 games. He's giving Andy Dalton $10 million and Nick Foles $6 million, in essence, to tutor Fields. And let us not forget, he traded up to draft Mitch Trubisky by passing on Patrick Mahomes and Deshaun Watson. Here's hoping that Fields is the real deal. But another thing about Chicago fans, they don't trust the Bears. But maybe, just maybe, this is the time that the blind squirrel does find the nut.
I understand that Tony La Russa's made some questionable decisions. Yes. Should Jake Lamb be seeing the field? No. Billy Hamilton? No. Billy Hamilton's a pinch runner, not a starting outfielder. Yes, that's correct. Should Andrew Vaughn be playing more? Of course. He's a rookie. He needs at-bats. He needs reps. He's only going to get better with reps. That said, the Sox are winning. You could complain back and forth about who should be starting, why this lineup is being trotted out onto the field. The fact remains, that lineup is winning baseball games. It's not Tony La Russa's fault. Yasmani Grandal is hitting $123. Or Jose Abreu, the MVP, is hitting $214. Not Tony La Russa's fault that the right field position hasn't been worked out. Who signed Adam Eaton? Who said it'd be a platoon? Not a La Russa problem. That's a higher up problem. Should have been more money invested in right field, plain and simple. So you could pin all of your problems on a Hall of Fame manager who's been around the block a few times, won a couple of World Series, or you could realize that, hey, not that bad.
Sports Talk Chicago.
Listen to The Contender for Bill Rowland Live and DC Sports Talk, as well as Chicago Sports on Wednesday night with the Windy City Breeze and Pat the Designer. The best in DC and Chicago sports coverage on The Contender.
Whether it's the Cubs to the north or the White Sox on the south side, the best in baseball talk is here on The Contender. Join the Windy City Breeze live every Wednesday night from 5 to 7 as they break down the latest on the diamond, as well as all the Bears and Bulls offseason talk on The Contender.
The best sports talk from Addison to Madison, all around Chicago and the world. It's the Windy City Breeze with Pat the Designer on The Contender.
Give me the bridge now. I feel like busting loose, busting loose. Give me the bridge now. I feel like busting loose now. Busting loose in the evening. Busting loose can't be easy. Talk about busting loose, y'all. Busting loose in the meantime. Busting loose make you feel fine.
Welcome back. It's your boy Pat the Designer back at it again. Not feeling like busting loose and not feeling like. Boy, stop playing. What y'all know about that, man? Stop playing with the man. It's your boy Pat the Designer back at it again, joined by the Brody Bro Ringo J. Shout out to James flipping and producing some dope music over there. YouTube probably gonna be mad at us. But
killing
the game right now. I love the musical selection out of New York over there, man. New Jersey, whatever it is. But man,
we're giving a lot of New York references today.
Mad New York references today. Mad New York references. No, but I appreciate you guys for tuning in to the show. As always, like the video, subscribe to the page because we do talk Chicago sports weekly. We don't want you to miss things, so make sure that you hit that bell. We're gonna get into the second half, man. I mean, still talking sports, not so much Chicago. Now, here's the interesting thing, right? Because last night, you can't do a show. It's a disrespect to your service. Before we do that, hold on. Before we do that, we got a caller who's been waiting, man. I think it's my man Rob Schwartz, man. Rob, big supporter of the show. Let's go to the phones real quick before we get up out of here. Before we switch topics. Rob, what's going on? You there, my boy?
Yeah, I'm here, Pat.
What's going on, Rob? How you doing,
man? What's up, guys? I was listening to you guys talking about the Bulls when we had Rose and Butler and all those. That was the best team that we ever had. And to me, if we didn't put Rose in when we were blowing someone out, Rose would have been a little bit more better. And to me, in this offseason, the Bulls should go get him and bring him back home. Levine and the guy that we got from the Magic, that team would be good. That's just my opinion with the Bulls.
That's not a bad. I'm not mad at that, and that starts us off on a great path because we are talking NBA basketball now. Now, if that doesn't come into play, what's a point guard that you think the Bulls should go after?
They should have went after Lonzo Ball. They're at that trade deadline, and I was praying God that if we got Lonzo Ball, we would have been a good team. That's another guy that I was going after. Or you can sign and trade Mark Warning to go play in Dallas and get a good point guard too.
Who's in Dallas? Who's in Dallas right now?
Brunson.
That's
No.
I don't know if I want him at
I mean, not to
that's
start.
Not bad. That's not bad. Hey, Rob, we appreciate you for tuning in, man.
him.
Rob, big supporter of the show, man. Rob always commenting on it, always coming with this, always coming with the love, man. We appreciate you for tuning in, man.
I'm a big Chicagoan. That's my hometown, so I got to represent, Pat.
Man, I love it. I love it. We appreciate you for calling in, Rob. He said basically that Bull should be in on Derrick Rose.
No.
After the playoffs is over.
It's not gonna happen.
No.
It's not gonna happen. I
don't know if it's not. If there's not an opportunity, I don't know if AK's in on it.
I'm gonna say this.
Why would he be?
Okay, and it's.
I feel like my energy is low. I need another shot. Hey, Stolen. Let's do something. We gotta get
to the Stolen brand for
keeping
the energy high.
Let's pick this up.
Hold on. Put that on the mic. Just on the mic, real quick.
A little bit.
Oh, you hear that? Hear that stolen goodness right there? Hear that stolen goodness right there? I appreciate y'all for tuning in. What do you think, man? D Rose?
No, I don't think Tibbs is gonna let him leave. One,
I think that's more of the case than anything.
I think that for where the Knicks are right now, like all they gotta do is add another piece. I'm not saying that they're gonna win a chip, but what they have right now, if they add
Rose that piece,
if they add another piece with Julius Randle, because it is clear, and I'm not hating on this dude. He is the most improved player. He's not the number one option for this team. He's not the number one option for this team. He's not. Tell me, am I lying about that?
I think the question is
he? So
I think you're off on him.
I think you're off because I think the question is first playoffs.
Yeah,
this is first time in the playoffs.
Yeah.
He has no other. Everybody,
you can't expect Ringo.
And then a dominant
no.
person in the playoffs. Like,
I'm not saying that it's gonna be dominant, but bro, he is getting exposed.
I don't think he's getting exposed.
I don't think he's getting exposed. I think he's just not playing well.
Everybody in that moment know he going left. Like they're literally sending a double.
That might be true. I'm not gonna lie to you.
He goes left.
That might be true.
I've watched every game. He goes left. They send a double. He has no right. So at that point, he's jammed, and they're so compact.
It's a really weak.
I can't say he has no right. Yeah, it is. It is though. It is. They do know that. They do know that. But I'm never going to say. Listen, there's a difference. But there's a difference. There's a difference. There's very few Derrick Roses where you're going at it with the world champion the first time, and you play well. There's very few players that I mean, listen, Donovan Mitchell, I don't care what nobody said. Donovan Mitchell, first playoffs, he was terrible.
He was fun.
Terrible. And you know why? Because he wouldn't pass the ball. Because he couldn't figure out, hey, there's other players on my team that play well.
He's been passing the ball though.
No, he's playing better now. You know why? He's in his, what is this, year 3?
I think it's 3, yeah.
He's in year 3.
No, I'm talking about Julius. He's been passing the ball.
Julius, of course he has, but it's the beginning. It's the beginning. I don't know. New Orleans might have been the breakout season. He was hooping in New Orleans.
I don't think. I just don't feel like, to me, he's the number one guy for this team. I thought he can be
He's been the number one guy all season, and now he's having a bad series. He's having a horrible series. Let's be real. He's having a horrible series.
He's improved. He's 31%.
I'll tell you what. He's no Ben Simmons.
I'm telling you right now, he MVP. 5 for 20 from the free throw. Like, that is what we want.
Let's do this real quick. We say Derrick Rose, right? And we're talking about point guards of the future. And this mic keeps moving for me. I got you. All right, here we go. Boom. Anyway,
hey man, the mics just be flying off the cuff.
Hey, listen. Mics are gonna be mics.
I hope not.
Mics. Anyway.
I hope not.
Yo, whole insider on the line, right? Hey, anyway, listen. Look at the names. Mike Conley potentially available.
Right.
Dennis Schroeder.
0 for 9, by the way.
It's one game. One game.
I want to get into that so bad.
We're gonna get into it. I'd rather pay him than Larry Marketing.
True.
Facts.
So guess what?
Anybody,
I'd rather have him.
Luka need help though.
Right?
See, everybody. Now, I will say it is bad when you're the first player in Lakers history to ever go.
Yeah, but they only took 9 shots.
But you over
first player to ever take what was it, over 5 shots and not score a point.
Yeah, 1 assist.
No, I'm just saying you don't want to be the first.
Hey, somebody gotta be.
Listen, if you're the second,
Hey, listen, LeBron is first in turnovers in playoff history.
I'm saying you don't want to be the first for it to ever happen to.
Oh yeah, wait, no.
You don't want to be the first for it to ever happen to.
He's the most turnovers. He's the first person. Yeah. Anyway, whatever. Guess what? He's worth it. And he gets to play the point guard position without somebody saying, "Hey, I'm gonna play point."
I want to know with Schroeder. It's interesting because reportedly Schroeder's looking for 120.
He gonna get 100.
He turned down 84. He's looking for 120.
He gonna get 100.
There's a big difference between 100 and 120.
I mean, it's a $20 million difference. It's not big, but it's big.
It's a big difference if I got to give that to you.
Player.
You know what I'm saying? There's a big difference between 100 and 120.
He wants 120 over what?
That's to be seen. That's to be seen.
Because if it's 120 over 4,
because I think it was 84. It was 84 over 4 that he turned down, right?
Yeah.
So he 84 120 over 5.
80 over 4.
80 over
no, it was 84.
It was 84.
It was 84. It was 84.
Okay.
I mean, that's a big deal, though.
I agree.
That's a big deal.
I agree. So, I'm not tripping on Schroeder on one game.
Anyway,
in the slide.
Mike Conley.
Facts.
Lonzo Ball.
Facts.
Who else we got available?
I think the thing you're looking for is
you just talking about point guards.
Point guards. I would rather have Lonzo Ball. I'd rather have Mike Conley.
The thing you have to ask.
I'd rather have
you're saying over Derrick Rose?
Over Derrick Rose.
Yes, because I see
longevity and future.
But if you thinking longevity,
Mike Conley would be.
Let me ask this though. Let me ask this
months. Lonzo Ball. I've been saying
Derrick
that for
defense
months.
has been better. But let me ask this.
Yeah, but he can't do that all 82 games or 72.
This is what I want to ask. It'll be 82 next year. Probably with some load management. Is this the real Derrick Rose?
Yeah.
So then,
this is him healthy.
In a situation where he's healthy, if this is the real Derrick Rose, over 82 games with some load management in it, what are we saying cap for Derrick? 75 games? 60 games?
60 games is cap.
I'm not even mad at that. Because that's
60 games.
But
56.
I say 60 games.
You're going low.
Yeah,
no, I'm not mad at 60
games
though.
That he plays, 20 that he does with load management. So limited minutes.
I'm not mad at that. Because that's pretty much the NBA now. Like, we can hate it, we can not be happy about it, but that's pretty much what the NBA is right now.
So
it really is.
If I can do that and get what I'm getting out of Kawhi right now, I mean,
yeah, but no.
That's what the superstars are doing.
Yeah, Kawhi is expected to do a lot more than Derrick Rose right now.
Dude, do you know what he's averaging for the series?
But this is
what? Do you see what he's averaging for the series though?
What is he averaging?
I know
he didn't have it. Oh, come on, dog! You can't bring a question up and you ain't got it.
all I'm saying is
no, but
you are not going to look at Derrick Rose down 0-2 and say this team is not going to win another game.
But this is my question with all of that, right? With all of that, if you can get him at a cheaper price, then more. Which I think Mike Conley's probably on par with the price you're gonna get Derrick Rose for. Based on age, and you're somewhere. What's Derrick? Derrick is 31? 32. Mike Conley 35. That's a big difference. But
I think
now,
he's 33.
Hey, wait. Now
I thought Mike Conley was a little bit younger. I thought Mike Conley was a little bit younger. Let's double check that.
I just wanted to get it to you real quick. Kawhi for this series, 33, 80, 33 points a game, 9 rebounds. 4 assists.
That's a series.
2 blocks.
That's a series. Freaky.
2 steals and 1 block.
Kawhi's not coming to Chicago, so that's dead. So that's freaky. That's freaky though.
But I mean, I'm just saying for his low.
Oh, I definitely go get Mike Conley.
33 for Conley, 32 for Derrick Rose.
I'm going for Mike Conley.
I'm gonna get Mike
Conley. I'm
gonna get Mike Conley.
Mike Conley.
I'm gonna get Mike Conley.
Easy money.
I'm gonna get Conley.
Easy money.
But here's my question to you. If we're talking about, and again, Conley's kind of the same situation though.
Not really.
I don't want Conley playing 82. I don't. I don't want to play in 82.
Conley is in a situation where he has Ja Morant.
Facts. And no, he doesn't. You're wrong team. Donovan Mitchell.
For low management. And it's last game.
Donovan Mitchell.
Sorry, yeah, you're right.
Donovan Mitchell.
He's shooting 62%, by the way.
Who?
Kawhi.
They just played.
Yeah, I'm not. Kawhi's not a factor here. He's just not. Like everybody talking about Kawhi leaving LA. Kawhi's not leaving LA.
Hey, whoa.
Tyronn Lue will leave LA before Kawhi leaves LA. You know why? You know why Kawhi is not leaving LA? No, he won't. He won't. Think Kawhi, bro. Think Kawhi. Think Kawhi.
Golden State?
No,
bro.
I'm just throwing it out there.
Kawhi. He don't want the attention.
First of all,
he want to win a championship. Now he left his best situation.
Steph is about to go re-sign for $215.
No. What you talking about?
Steph is going to re-sign a $215 max contract.
Oh, $215. I thought you were saying 2 for 15. I was like, what in the cap?
He's going to sign $215.
No, yeah. That's done already. I thought.
Kawhi's not going
there. That's done.
Kawhi's going with max money.
I'm just asking the question.
There's Kawhi. No, he's not.
And guess what?
Kawhi's not leaving. Kawhi's not leaving.
If Wiseman was healthy, they would be in the playoffs.
Bro, didn't you just say that they technically didn't need him a couple months ago?
They didn't need him to get in.
They didn't need him to get in. They just hit a bad 2 games, but they didn't need him to get there.
I don't
see how far they got?
Listen, they didn't even hit a bad 2 games. They just got outscored.
Hey, listen.
It was just a question.
I'll be honest with you. They had the worst setup ever. You have to play the Lakers.
Yeah.
And then go and play a team that's way hungrier than you.
Robert, this is a great question, bro. You sent us on a whole tangent. I think the interesting thing with me, if I'm talking about bringing somebody back
he really is going to go with that thought.
Yeah, he was.
I
don't disrespect it at all.
I was literally asking the question.
Just Kawhi leaving.
He's going to be a free agent.
Just Kawhi leaving, he talking about.
Kawhi's not leaving. To go where? Home? He home.
He home, right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
That man had a whole nation.
Bro, that's the worst mistake he ever made, in my opinion.
That man had a whole
But here's the
country.
thing. This is the thing. Kawhi's happy.
Kawhi
happy.
I'm happy that the robot is happy.
He's happy. I love you, robot.
At the end of iRobot, at the end of iRobot,
the fact that we're bringing iRobot up is facts.
Sonny found his purpose.
Sonny found his purpose. He is Sonny from iRobot.
Think about it like
Sonny
this.
found his purpose.
You bring a country his first championship.
Oh, he's a god.
Right?
He's a god.
He can go back there anytime. They'll welcome him with open arms.
God.
But go home and win a championship.
For the Clippers?
For an organization that has never won one. Have they won one? It's been so long.
It's been so long.
Different.
They have.
Different. And I'll tell you why.
No. It's different from our perspective.
No.
Not from his.
It's different from LA. It's different from LA. Because no matter how mad Snoop gets about the Lakers getting their butts handed to them.
We got to talk about that too.
Oh, we're going to get into it.
Oh,
we got time. We're going to get into it.
Take.
We're going to get into it. The Lakers getting their butts handed to them. It's a Laker town. What team is bigger than the Lakers in LA? Rams are trying to reestablish themselves.
The Dodgers are.
That's what makes it such an unbelievable thing. That's what gives you
cap. They lied on them numbers. They was like there was 5 million people at the parade.
Maybe
it was hot.
Dodgers.
It's not. Let me tell you, it's not. You know, Dodgers used to be from New York.
That's facts.
It is.
New York, right? What's New York?
It's from a different state.
It's not New York.
That was Detroit. No,
it's not Detroit. Where did the Dodgers start?
Hey, listen,
I'm just saying. It is
the Minneapolis Lakers, though.
But they've been there so long and won so much. Pat Riley into Kobe Bryant. Like that's it's not a Golden State
let's
town.
Let's be honest. The NBA has been trying to get the Clippers to win one for the longest. Which is why Chris Paul ended up in a Clippers uniform in the first place.
Brooklyn.
That's what it is. I knew it wasn't New York though. I knew the name wasn't the New York Dodgers. Brooklyn Dodgers. Yeah. Yes. So.
But listen, it doesn't matter though.
Dodgers, no, like there's no team. But to me, this is what I'm saying. There's no team bigger than the Lakers, right? In LA. Can we agree with that? No team bigger.
I mean, there's no team bigger than the Lakers in NBA.
No, I agree with that.
They're the best team.
I agree with that.
They're the most. Besides, you got Lakers, Celtics. Because nobody wants.
I wouldn't even say Celtics.
Lakers,
I would say
Celtics,
Knicks. I would say Knicks.
No,
I would say Knicks over
Lakers,
Celtics.
Celtics, Knicks.
We're talking from a winning standpoint. I'm talking from a national standpoint.
You can literally
from a world standpoint, not national. World standpoint.
World standpoint.
From a world standpoint.
World standpoint.
Like the NBA, you literally cannot mention the NBA without Lakers.
Nah, but listen,
I've never seen an Asian kid playing in the Celtics jersey.
Everybody has.
I've seen an Asian kid in mad Knicks jerseys though. Hey, look, on Knicks teams that were not good.
Nah, I mean, listen.
But still there. 2 and 3. 2 and
Whatever.
2 and 3.
Whatever. You take out the Celtics, though, you're missing like half the history of the NBA. But okay, whatever. You know, it is what it is. All right. So at this point, the only team he could go to that would have just as much of an impact would be the Celtics. And I don't see. Ooh.
Brett, man, don't get me started.
What?
Yo, I was about to say what I said this morning.
Brad Stevens?
He is not.
Stephen A. went off.
I respect him.
How do you fail
Stephen
up?
A. went off.
Let me tell you something. As somebody that works for a company that
happens all the time.
It's what you do. And
have no experience.
No, let's be real. Let's be real. Bulls.
It's a good old boys.
Bulls.
Good old boys club.
The good old boys club. Facts. But Bulls.
Guard Pax.
Like Ainge
Pax
put that
Pax,
word in.
Pax hit a shot. And I'm gonna be real with you. As far as Pax goes, his career draft, I need to know what picks he made. Because I'm not going to be my dad on this. My dad is very big on any pick that was bad was Gar. He like you with Matt Nagy. Any pick that was bad was Gar. Any pick that was good. No, you know, with Nagy, any play that was run that was terrible was Nagy. Any play that was good was Laser.
But it was.
I'm not going to go there. But with
Laser got a 6-0.
In your opinion, Bill Laser 6-0. Stop playing with my boy.
He does.
Hey, look. So, but I would like to know what picks he made. But Pax did not have a bad career. He picked players with ceilings. Luol Deng.
Did Steve Kerr not play for the Bulls?
He did.
Steve Kerr did.
Okay.
I don't know what that has to do with anything.
Wasn't he the GM for a team too?
Phoenix. Pax was already in place.
I'm just saying.
Of
anybody we could have hired.
Well, listen. Phoenix, I mean, all he did was bring back Shaq. I think he did get Amari, though. But to me, well, you know, I don't know.
The reality of the whole thing is, if we're going to talk about it, let's just talk about it. Does Stephen A. have a point?
Yes, and I was more.
Let's let the people know what we're talking about before y'all be confused. What we're talking about is the fact that Danny Ainge, after the Boston Celtics were eliminated from the playoffs, steps down
and highly recommends.
And Brad Stevens gets the job. Gets the job. I'll say this: Stephen A. has a point in the entire retrospect of the NBA. And Stephen A's point was black people don't get these opportunities. He has a point in the entire...
In a black-dominated sport.
In a black-dominated sport. Facts. I think 78%.
It's high.
It's very... Come on now.
Hey, listen.
You're not going to beat us at our sport.
Name me an all-white starting five.
There doesn't exist. I don't think there's a starting five with 3 white guys in it right now. Dallas. Mark Cuban keeping it all white. No, I'm just playing. But
no, one of them starting fives is black.
Hunter Gallinari.
No. It's Luka,
KP, Gallinari.
No, what are you talking about? That's
no, Gallo don't start.
No.
Luka, KP.
No, Gallo was where? Gallo was in Atlanta.
Gallo's in
You
Atlanta.
said Gallinari. That's what threw me off.
I was talking about.
I'm about to say, I know that dude don't fit on that team.
No, but it's definitely Dallas. No, it's Dallas.
I think it's Dallas.
Dallas definitely. JJ. And JJ there?
JJ never wanted to go there. JJ ain't played since they got him. JJ was like, I'm finna do this.
Look up the starting lineup. Anyway.
No,
we're not finna be out here on this
It's Luka Doncic No, don't look it up because I got it. I can tell you.
He got it.
Luka Doncic, Tim Hardaway Jr., Maxi Kleber.
As soon as you said Tim Hardaway Jr. is over.
Maxi Kleber.
As soon as you said Tim Hardaway Jr. is over. It's not all white.
Not all five.
Porzingis, but you got
I
three.
said all.
You got three.
No, I was just talking 3 out of 5.
But you got three. It's Luka, Kleber, and Porzingis.
Yeah,
3 out of 5.
3 out of 5. No.
Yeah.
No.
Vooch? Who? Kobe was starting by the end of the season.
Vooch, well.
I would say Vooch. Sato was starting.
Larry wasn't even starting.
And Larry, you can't.
And Daniel Tyson's not starting either.
Daniel Tyson ain't starting. Yeah,
although he should.
Black as a mud. But black than a mud.
Anyway.
No, but when I think about and we're gonna get to the Breeze Baller of the Week giveaway at about 6:30. So if y'all could just call in if you remember the Breeze Baller of the Week.
6:32.
Let us know who the Breeze Baller of the Week was. 6:32. We're going 6:32. What caller we going?
You want to know why?
What caller we going? What caller we going? Who's a good? What's Dame number?
0.
I can't go with Dame. Dang it.
Oh wait. But no, that's 12. Can't do that.
Who we got? What's a good number right now? What's Javi number?
9.
All right, we go caller number 9. Caller number 9, you get through to the show.
Let's do it like this. Rock, paper, scissors. You pick a number, you pick a number. All right. It ain't gonna work like that. It's I never.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
What are you doing?
Tweaking right now. Stolen.
Stolen.
What did he say?
What did he say? But
anyway.
You said that in the chat. I was there. No, but
here's tweaking on that.
Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing.
You've been doing too much talking. I got this. Anyway.
No, I'm just saying.
No, but seriously though, the whole case for Stephen A. is the simple fact that you have reporters like himself that speak up on these things, and you don't have superstar athletes that support that. Now, they may speak up on other issues, but then all of a sudden they disappear when it comes to certain things like this. And I actually feel him on this perspective. Stephen A., as being one of those reporters, will get trashed for saying something.
He gets trashed because people don't like his normal sports takes.
But when he actually does something legitimate, he doesn't get nearly the amount of credit. Yeah. He doesn't get nearly the amount of support for someone in his position. Now, mind you, he's probably the only black man in his that type of position. Shannon Sharp don't even come close.
No. Bro, I mean,
not on the mothership.
They let you bring Black and Miles and Henny on FS1. So.
That's facts, though. But no,
that's FS1. They're doing it.
You know why? You know why? Nobody's watching. Anyway,
hey, you watched
interested in nobody.
Hey, you watched after that.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. When I'm talking about Stephen A., when I'm talking about Brad Stevens getting that job.
By the way, that's a great way to deflect from the Kwame Brown situation, Stephen A. You did a great
job.
Hitting
you with your real life
because he kept it basketball. We'll talk about that in another show.
I'm hitting you with your real
But no.
life.
Here's the thing.
Which is all Kwame can do.
Here's the thing. With Brad Stevens, I'm not applying that to Brad Stevens because Brad Stevens, I believe, is a relationship. But you can have two different conversations.
Yeah.
You can have the conversations of Brad Stevens doesn't deserve this job because he's not qualified. And you can also have the conversation of a black man in that position would not get that conversation. Would not get that position.
Two separate things.
Those are two separate things.
Two separate things.
I fully don't think Brad Stevens is qualified.
I fully believe that Danny Ainge.
Which that was my point. I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Because it was just like you've done nothing.
But here's the thing: it's relationship.
No,
I don't know what's happening behind the Boston Celtics doors. I just don't. I don't know if Brad Stevens has been. I mean, I'm assuming. Listen, the NBA and the NFL are not two completely different entities. I'm assuming the head coach is saying, "Hey, I really like this guy that plays at this position at this school because he fits what we have here." I'm assuming an NBA coach is saying that.
Let's be honest. Let's go back to the age-old adages. People do business with those they like. Guess what? He was there.
He was there.
He had the chance to build that. It's funny how we apply all these, it's not what you know, it's who you know and all that stuff. Guess what? Brad Stevens just executed on who he knew and he built it up. Guess what? Salute to that man. Salute to that man. I'm not going to sit there and take the. Now, I don't want to make everything a racial thing, but Stephen A was also really far off on applying that to Steve Nash, who Kevin Durant actually wanted.
No, but I feel
because it was a relationship.
Wait.
Kyrie and Kevin Durant wanted Steve Nash. It was a relationship, but we say no black coach gets to have that thing, and then you sit there and look at James Harden, who finally finally gets a black coach.
Here's the thing.
Look at what they did to him. No, it had nothing to do with that.
It's different because with that situation, there's no attachment. That's the difference.
No attachment to what?
There's no attachment. Magic got a job being the coach of the Lakers.
Yep.
Literally because he said, I want to coach the team.
And because he ran Laker Town.
They gave it to him. Magic wanted out. Isaiah Thomas got a job as the head coach of the New York Knicks. Literally on the credentials of, I'm Isaiah Thomas.
Avery Johnson.
Avery
Johnson played for the Spurs.
Avery Johnson. No. He did. Yeah, no, I'm not taking away from that. He did. But he also came up under Pop. So he was hired as a head coach under Pop, which we've seen that tree.
Well, he was
fail.
in Dallas, but okay.
True, too. But
still,
I'm saying it's a we want to hire a guy because he's under Pop. That to me is different. That to me is different.
Did Jason Kidd deserve his head coaching job? You see how you.
I'm trying. No.
You see how you go.
What I'm trying to remember was Jason Kidd on the bench.
He built.
I think Jason Kidd was on a coaching bench before he became a head coach.
Now look at all the.
I don't remember
even if he did, look at all the other coaches he leapfrogged to have that opportunity.
That's different though.
That's not different.
No, it's different.
Did he deserve it?
No, it's different because let me tell you. Let me ask this question: should Rajon Rondo be a head coach?
He has the ability to.
Would you hire Rajon Rondo as a head coach?
No.
Yes.
And that's where it comes in.
You want to know why?
No, but what y'all just did right there. He says yes, you say no. That's the difference.
I'll hire him as an assistant, but I'm not going to hire him as a head
coach. But that's the difference. If I'm Rajon Rondo, guess what? I'm going to go coach Ringo's team because he's going to hire me as a head coach. I already got that opportunity. And to me, that's the difference.
Very rarely does a player go from playing to a successful head coach in that short amount of time.
No.
Successful. That's different. Successful. That's different.
Guess what?
You're not asking me to be successful.
But if you're not successful and you get I'm gonna get fired. But I get fired, and you're not going to get many opportunities to get back to that.
But guess what? I've got the opportunity already.
That's bullcrap.
I've got it though. Short. But if I'm Rajon Rondo and I leave the NBA and he's gonna give me the opportunity, guess what? I'm not gonna go to your team to be an assistant because his team is gonna hire me as a head coach.
Never want to.
Jay Kidd retired. Literally within that same month, he got a job. Well, I think as the Bucks coach, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't remember. That's the thing with that. I don't remember.
Or maybe it was before the Bucks.
Yeah, I don't remember.
The point that I was making to you this morning was the fact that Steve Nash was actually on the Warriors with KD, so he built that relationship.
Yeah.
Plus, he's also Kyrie's what is it? Godfather.
Listen, it's the relationship.
See, I didn't know that.
But
I didn't know how close that is. They knew each other.
But he built that. He built that.
I didn't know that.
That has to be built over time. When Draymond talks about Steve Kerr, when Steve Kerr first got there, they were at odds. Steve Kerr had he built that relationship with Draymond. He built those relationships so that's why he got that job, which is fully why I believe Brad Stevens got that because yeah, they were comfortable. He was there and then he put the word out. I will say
we got Germany in the line.
I will say this though. For as good as Danny Ainge was, he never released those picks that he got from the Nets, and I feel like that was the downfall.
For who?
For Danny Ainge. Because I feel like at the end of the day, you and Max said it this morning.
Steve Nash has absolutely no coaching experience.
He doesn't. But it was the relationships.
No, Steve Nash.
He was on the Warriors staff.
Absolutely not.
No, not on the Warriors staff. But he was shooting with them and everything like that.
Nah,
it was some
that don't count.
But it
don't count.
But it was some type
That
of
don't
role.
count. That don't count.
It don't matter.
It's not a role.
Either
It
way,
don't count.
Either way, he built that relationship. It don't matter if it don't count.
No, that don't. No, it does matter. It don't count.
But it doesn't matter because even if it wasn't an official role, he was still there to build that relationship with KD to the point when Kyrie and KD got together. KD was like, "Yeah, I take him. I'm valid with that."
Yeah.
Kyrie, same thing. I take him. I'm valid with that. We gonna roll.
Jason Kidd was the head coach of the Brooklyn Nets in 2013.
When did he retire?
Yeah, but it was
He won a championship in 2011.
He won a championship 2011.
Was he on the staff 2012?
And then after that, right? He went. But I told you he went immediately.
No, that's my question because
even if he was, it's a year.
But there's players.
But
like
he went
immediately
though.
No, name one.
Are we saying Jason Kidd wasn't successful as a coach?
No, he has a losing record as a coach. He's 183 for 192.
Okay.
Yeah,
a little bit above 500.
It's not to discuss. He has below 500.
I can't say that.
I mean, a little bit below 500.
He doesn't have a winning career.
Jeannie Buss wanted him, so Jeannie Buss wanted him over Frank Vogel. Frank Vogel was not the Lakers' first choice.
Guess what? 5 years. Now, him being a head coach, I can see it now. The Lakers have one of the best coaching staffs in the league.
But if you
look at their whole
but here's the thing,
staff,
you're making a point in the opposite direction though.
I'm not making a point in the opposite direction.
J Kidd is black.
Apply it in that
J Kidd is black. And J Kidd mixed.
Okay, he is black. What does that have to do with anything?
What it has to do with is you're making the point that J Kidd got a job being a black person.
My point was I don't agree with Stephen A. to that level, but I.
Okay, you on a different tip.
I agree with Stephen A.
because you're talking about the race.
I thought you were saying on the. I thought you were saying on the other point.
I wasn't with that.
I don't agree with the race card being pulled on everything. Brad Stevens took advantage of a relationship he had a chance to develop. Guess what? You can sit there and say, well, black coaches don't get that. Would they try to have the same conversations?
Yes.
How do we know?
I think Doc Rivers is absolutely in the conversation of a coach like that. Now, granted, Doc Rivers is a 20-year coach. Somebody who absolutely
Doc Rivers wanted to have a front office. Guess what?
He did.
He did. He failed.
He did. And he failed. He did.
And then he went on to coach.
You know what Doc Rivers,
who else is in the
you know what Doc
office
Rivers did with his position? He went and got his son.
Elton Brand, guess what? Thank you. He got his son.
He went and got his son.
He got his son. Elton Brand is in the front office.
Elton Brand, see, this is the point that people want to debate and argue, right?
So it's not like they don't get the opportunity. Some people don't take advantage of the opportunity, and when they do, they don't get put on that same pedestal.
But that's the thing.
This is the point that people want to debate and argue when we're talking about what is happening with Brad Stevens and what Stephen A. said. What people want to debate and argue is Stephen A. is saying people that have the final say. That's what people missed. That's what a lot of people today missed. I watched it on Twitter. It was crazy. People that have the final say. In a sport that is, I don't have the exact
majority
number.
of the owners are white.
Majority black.
No, all of them are. All the owners
players,
are white.
Players.
All the owners are white, except for one.
Yes. Except for Jordan.
Yeah.
Except for Jordan.
One. And where
majority
James Dolan does not own the Knicks.
Where
he's the face of a conglomerate that owns the Knicks.
I think he's a majority though, ain't he?
No.
I thought he was a majority.
I don't think so. Even if he is.
I don't know.
It's a conglomerate. It's not like James Dolan could walk in there and be like
he's enough that he's at the games enough that we hate him. Anyway.
Whatever.
In a sport that is majority black.
Keep people out.
In a sport that is majority black. Stephen A.'s point was there's not black people making these decisions.
Okay.
That's what the point he was making. There's not black people that have the final say. Everybody was going at him saying he's saying that Brad Stevens shouldn't have this job. That's not what he said. He literally said Brad Stevens got this job because he was there. It's a relationship that's been built.
Who should give him that opportunity? Like, honestly, the opportunity has to show itself, for one. And for two, I don't see anyone be saying, you know what, let me just give it to the next black guy. Like, let's be honest, these owners are there for a reason. You own a basketball team. It's not as if I'm just rolling in to get a coaching job. You own a basketball team.
Fact.
It's a $1 billion organization.
But he's not asking for ownership.
Listen,
the owners are different. The owners are different. Now that's different. That's Kyrie's conversation.
Which is stupid.
But that's different.
Okay.
But that's different.
That's dumb.
But that's different. Stephen A was not saying ownership. Stephen A was saying he was talking more so, and I president of basketball operations. The only one is Masai Ujiri.
Okay.
It's two.
No, the only yes, in Houston. In Houston. They got one. The only one right now is Masai Ujiri and my man's in Houston whose name I can't think of. That's one team out of 32 in the United States of America.
Okay.
That was Stephen A's point.
I get it.
It's not
how many people qualified for that position legitimately over the others that did. You have to have a strong case to sit there and say that, hey, they deserve that opportunity. I'm not saying saying we don't.
I don't think you do.
I'm not saying that.
I don't think you do.
You have to have a little more.
Here's the thing. I don't think you do. Because are the Knicks good? They are now.
They are now.
Have they been?
No. Who would have took over?
You don't know. Because
who was available?
Because what's been stated coming out of the NBA.
I'm gonna take you another route.
It's about the GMs that
I'm gonna take
available.
you another route. Who applied? I'm gonna take you another route.
I guarantee you people apply.
No, you can't guarantee that because statistically speaking, I'm gonna use the world of tech as an example. Who have a diversity and inclusion problem. They are literally putting out, you don't even need a degree to come and apply for this job. You can get a sales job in tech where you can use the same skills you learned in any other field and use those transferable skills and apply here and make nearly 90 grand. And they still are having a hard time getting blacks and minorities to apply.
Okay.
They've done a lot to sit there and say, hey, come here. Hey, do we need you for the optics? Yeah. But guess what? Come here.
I'll take you one step down.
And people did not apply.
How many people are being looked over for the GM job? GM is not the final say.
GM for who?
For who?
Name the team. Name the team. Because there's people that absolutely.
Name two.
Name two?
Name two.
Here's
the problem with the argument. As soon as I say drop some names, people they stumble after one. Name two. Name two blacks that deserve that job right now that you think will do an excellent job at it right now. Name the team and give me the two people.
Let me tell you this. I think Magic Johnson did a great job at it and the Lakers hindered him and he didn't want to do anything else.
No, Magic Johnson was doing stuff that was considered tampering and he couldn't handle it because he couldn't be Magic Johnson.
And then too, you had people that was talking behind his back.
Whatever that is, guess what?
That's
politics is part of the game. I'm not trying to hear
But
that.
here's the thing.
So at this point, it's no diss to you.
It's just
Magic Johnson.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Yeah, I get it.
When we're talking about that.
So Magic Johnson.
Does Elton Brand have a ceiling?
No.
Is Elton Brand going to be president of the basketball operations?
Pretty sure he has opportunity to be.
He's not going to be.
How do you know?
Bro.
No.
Bro, if we're going to talk, bro.
How do you know?
You
can't definitively say that. You don't know. Is he doing a good job with his team? Can he potentially have that position?
Could he? Yes.
Could he?
Yes.
Yes.
Let me ask you this.
It's always a coulda, woulda, shoulda.
But I'm going.
It's no coulda, woulda. Is he putting in the work?
But I'm going to hit you with.
If he puts
I'm
in
going to hit you with the numbers.
going
I'm going to hit you with the numbers.
No.
I'm going to hit you with the numbers.
Just like you.
I'm going to hit you with the
have
numbers.
it on one end.
What are the odds?
I'm trying to get on.
No. What are the odds?
The odds are always going to be stacked against you in the sense that it never happened before. That's just how statistics works. If it's never statistically happened, guess what? The odds are going to be stacked against you.
So what's the problem here?
Since you're in a situation of
what
change,
is the problem
and he's
here?
gotten an opportunity to do something that most blacks don't get a chance to do.
I agree with
Guess what? He's doing well. What stops him from being if that position becomes available?
So what is the problem here?
Who are you asking?
They're not.
I'm asking you.
Wait,
I'm asking P Kid.
Okay,
what is the problem here in a league that is predominantly black with the fact that there are not predominantly black people in the GM position? I'm not saying POBO. That's different. It's not really, but if you want to have that argument, that's different. Because Brad Stevens went from coach to that. GM. The people that played the game, the people that lived the game, that breathed the game. are not in predominantly GM positions. Is there not a problem with that?
I mean,
we're not even to the point where we're seeing. Are we really to the point where we're seeing majority players in the GM position?
It's a
people that played the NBA game.
Here's the question.
It's a problem
Just
with it, but the thing is, what are you
just
doing?
Because you had a story. Listen, we all said it before. MJ didn't do well.
Terrible.
Right?
Terrible.
MJ
Jordan.
Hey, listen. You can't get any
finally got it right.
No.
You can't get any higher than a player with the history and legacy of Michael Jordan. You just can't do it. He absolutely sucked at that job, right? Now, here's the thing. That's Michael Jeffrey Jordan, right? The GOAT sucked at that job. Here's the question. Even if we acknowledge the fact that, hey, yeah, it is a problem, we should do something about it. Are we just going to sit there and start giving out GM titles to people? No. There's awareness now. Now, who deserves it? Let's go. Use the opportunity to get there. Stop crying about it. At a certain point, you got to nut up and do it.
To me, it's not crying about it. It's about, are you in that position?
All right. So basically, what you're
talking to a man who's never allowed that to determine.
I think you're talking about NBA as a whole. Our majority head coach is black.
Oh,
our majority GM's black.
But how many players want to be a head coach? How many players want to be a head coach?
There's probably more than you think because a lot of them end up realizing the opportunity isn't there in the NBA and they go to college.
Can I say this? Can I say this?
And in college is different.
I'm with your point because I'm looking at it like this. Let's just go off basketball for 2 seconds.
Cool.
Because you said stop crying about it, do something about it. When he said that, you know the first thing I thought of?
What?
NFL.
Our majority NFL coach is black.
No.
The conversation is the same.
We talking about that, and I'll take it a step further. The CBA every 10 years for the NFL. What have they been talking about?
Wait. Who's the president of the Players Association?
For DeMar Smith league? For the NFL.
DeMar
Smith.
NBA.
Chris Paul.
You don't think Chris Paul will get into a president of basketball operations position?
I don't think Chris Paul is. What you mean?
You don't think when Chris Paul retires?
Talk about with a team.
Period. You don't think Chris Paul, when he retires, has built the connections to do it?
He can do it.
I don't think he hasn't.
Chris Paul could literally retire now, has a resume to be on a coaching staff and in the front office because of him being involved in those talks, right? Yeah. Willingly. Was Chris Paul the only person available to do that?
You talking about
Chris Paul is part of the CBA talks and stuff like that.
No,
he's built those connections. When he retires, he could go and get a position in the front office because he's already been in some of those talks.
Yep.
So guess what? Right. It's about what you do with the opportunity. Guess what? Stop crying about it and do something with your opportunity. Yeah.
If you're
Patrick Mahomes has got $1 billion contract, and guess what? He's part of an ownership group for a team. Stop crying about it and do something with it.
But it's about being looked over for.
But being looked over?
Nah.
Why don't you believe they're being looked over?
Because the NFL has that same problem.
That's a different league. That's a different league. Why don't you believe that?
But But that's what. But just listen to what I'm saying.
There's a league.
By the way, wait. I'm sorry.
I want to say this.
Timekeeper. We didn't do ball of the weekend. We got to go in a couple minutes. Yeah, it's a shotgun play right now, dog. I'm sorry, we got to do it.
Might have to get on that one next week.
Nah, but real quick though, this is what I was saying. Same rules apply, right? I take it back to this because me and you talked about this when Brandon Marshall had the I Am Athlete episode where he was going off, right?
Facts.
It's the same situation where literally you're screaming about guaranteed contracts, this, that, and the third, but nobody. But the same rules apply. The same rules apply because
It does not.
The same rules apply.
The same rules absolutely do not apply.
It does.
Because it doesn't. I'm going to tell you why right now. Because that is a very different league. That is a league that does not care that majority of its players are black. That is a league that does not care that when we're talking about majority of its players being black, we're talking about players that have been blackballed. Players that speak out have been blackballed. Facts. We don't talk about that in the NBA. At no point have we ever talked about LeBron James being blackballed because he spoke out on social justice issues.
You can't blackball LeBron James.
Okay. Name the player. What NBA player has been blackballed in the last 10 years for speaking out on social justice issues? Melo was not blackballed. Melo was blackballed.
Kyrie's been ostracized.
Melo was not. Kyrie's been ostracized, but Kyrie, you know what Must say? Kyrie, you crazy. You shouldn't be talking that stuff. Anyway, go dribble the basketball. Melo was ostracized, Melo was blackballed, not for. Melo was not blackballed for speaking out. Melo was blackballed because of injury.
Yeah.
Two different things. Two different sports. We cannot bring in NFL with NBA.
I'm just at a mindset. Why can't everybody? I don't know.
And it's a tough topic to talk on, right? It's a tough topic to talk on. But to me, this is the thing.
Ain't nothing tough about it.
No,
you want to know what it is? I did social services. I did social work. I never do it again. You want to know why? It's nothing more demoralizing than being in a room of unmotivated people. And guess what? That don't change just because you got a couple of dollar signs behind your name.
But here's the thing to me:
the same limiting belief,
the same reason you're telling me that. How do you know people are talking? How do you know they're not? How do you know there's not people applying for these jobs?
Let me ask you this.
How do you know that there's not people that are trying to get into these positions? How do you know that there's not? And I guarantee you, at the head coaching spot, because if you're trying to get your foot in the door, head coach is the best position to get into. Mm-hmm. There's people that are looked over every year. Mm-hmm. Heck, for the Bulls, we looked over 3 black head coaches. And I like Billy Donovan in the position because he's done that. Mm-hmm. But if we're talking about is
Billy better?
I don't know. You know why? Because the other 3 guys were not given the opportunity.
He's a floor rating coach to me.
No, not even that. Not even that. Not even that.
Who does 3 black coaches?
Doggone, you gonna make me go back to my video?
Hey, at one point we were talking about Monty Williams not having a job. Got one now.
He does have one now.
What is he doing?
But he's excelling at. But his point is he's excelling.
He's excelling at that job.
He's excelling at the job, right? Now, if Monty says he wants to go from that
to
GM, and he isn't able to get that job.
What team did Monty get?
He got the Suns.
Mm-hmm. What were the Suns at? Where were the Suns at?
Last in the league pre-Chris.
Suns were the worst team in the NBA when Monty got them. Suns didn't even have somebody that they thought might be a game-changing player at that point. That's the team that Monty Williams got. Devin Booker was not at that point a game-changing player. Devin Booker was a second-year player in the NBA.
A second-year player who was giving you 70.
Devin Booker.
He was not given 70 at that point.
I need you to go back and look at it, though.
I don't think Devin Booker had dropped 70 at that point.
I need you to go back.
Devin Booker did not drop 70 his rookie year.
It wasn't his rookie year.
Who said rookie year?
He said second year.
Who said rookie year?
He got him second year.
He said second year. No matter who he got, though, he's number 2 in the West.
Worst team in the league.
Okay. Somebody has to have the worst team in the league. If you guess what? That's how the head coaching job is available. Because your team sucks. I don't know no winning team that says, you know what? We won 60 games. Let's replace the head coach real quick for an inexperienced head coach. I don't know many that would do that. Brooklyn didn't do it.
Hey, yo, we're going to get up out of here, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. It's your boy, Pat the Designer. Back at it again, joined by the Brody Bro P Kid. We can argue on this all night. It's not going to stop.
I lovingly hate both of you.
It's your boy, Ringo J, as always. Hey, yo, y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Peace.